In the 1960s, many rock bands captured local audiences on radio and TV. They built strong regional followings, but never reached the national stage. Today, we recall 12 bands that shone brightly for a short time before disappearing from the public eye. The Chocolate Watch Band. The Chocolate Watch Band was formed in San Jose in the mid-60s. They quickly made a mark with a raw garage sound that featured fuzz-drenched guitars and a hint of psychedelic vibes. Their music was loud and full of energy. Local clubs buzzed with excitement when they performed live. Although their time in the spotlight was brief, their unique style left a clear mark on the local scene. The band mixed simple rock tunes with experimental sounds. Their tracks carried a rough edge that later found favor with underground rock revivals. Fans remember their hit recordings as a spark of creativity in a fast-changing era. However, the band did not get long-term support from record labels. Market trends began to shift, and many bands found it hard to keep up. Internal pressures and limited resources played a part in their decline. Despite these challenges, the Chocolate Watch Band remains a favorite among collectors and rock enthusiasts. Their brief burst of talent continues to spark interest today. Their story raises questions about how quickly a band can shine and then vanish from view. Next, we turn to another group from San Jose that burned bright for a moment on the rock scene. The Count Five. The Count Five also hailed from San Jose and made a sudden impact on the local music scene. They are best known for the single hit, Psychotic Reaction. Their track captured the raw, energetic spirit of garage rock. Their sound was loud, direct, and filled with a sense of urgency. In a short time, the band gained a loyal following and secured a local radio play. Psychotic Reaction became a brief moment of fame that resonated with many fans. Their performances were tight and full of power. Yet, their success was not built to last. Internal issues and rapid changes in music tastes soon took their toll. The market shifted quickly, and support from major labels was hard to find. Fun fact: Psychotic Reaction later appeared on several popular 60s rock compilations and influenced modern bands featured on today's hit playlists. The band's brief brush with fame left listeners wanting more. Their sudden fade from view adds a layer of drama to their story. As the music scene moved on, the Count Five slipped into obscurity, remembered by only a devoted few. After the Count Five's fleeting spark of brilliance, a mysterious band awaits that dramatically changed the local scene in unexpected ways. Prepare yourself and stay with us till the end, where a revolutionary twist in rock history awaits. The Moving Sidewalks. The Moving Sidewalks came from Texas in the mid-1960s. They quickly gained local attention with a blend of blues and rock that set them apart. Their sound mixed gritty blues riffs with energetic rock beats. The band played with a raw intensity that lit up every stage they touched. Many fans say they were ahead of their time. Their high-energy shows and unique musical approach influenced later rock legends. The Moving Sidewalks recorded several tracks that captured the spirit of the era. Their brief success showed a promising mix of talent and innovation. Yet, external pressures such as changing musical tastes and the pressure to produce more hit records took a toll. Internal conflicts and the strain of constant touring added to their struggles. Within a short span, the band faced challenges that they could not overcome. Their promising start was cut short by circumstances both within and outside the group. The energy they brought to every performance still echoes in the history of rock music. As we remember their spark, we now shift focus to another band that left its mark in a different city. The Litter. The Litter formed in Minneapolis and soon became known for their wild, fuzz-driven sound. Their music featured heavy guitar riffs and raw, explosive energy during live shows. The band's rebellious spirit struck a chord with local audiences. They offered a rough edge that was not common at the time. Although their time in the spotlight was brief, The Litter made a strong impression. They released several tracks that captured the raw power of garage rock. Their shows were marked by loud, vibrant performances that many fans still recall. Internal conflicts and the struggle to stay relevant in a changing market proved too hard to overcome. Financial and management problems also weighed in on the band. As a result, their promising career ended quickly. Despite their short run, The Litter remains a memorable part of rock history in Minneapolis. Their legacy lives on in the hearts of those who remember their explosive shows and raw sound. Next, there is another band whose unique style added to the rich tapestry of the 1960s rock scene, but couldn't get to the mainstream, unfortunately. The Ugly Ducklings. The Ugly Ducklings were a Canadian rock band that emerged during the mid-1960s. They built their reputation with a mix of soulful and energetic garage rock. Their sound carried deep feeling, yet it had the raw energy of rock. The band quickly gathered a strong local following in Canada. They played in clubs and small venues where fans welcomed their unique style. Their songs combined heartfelt lyrics with a driving beat that made their music both soulful and fun. In a short period, they enjoyed local successes and even scored a few small hits. However, as music taste shifted in the late 1960s, their style lost some appeal. The mainstream began to favor bands with a different sound, and many listeners moved on. This change, along with limited support from record labels, led to their fade from public memory. Their brief burst of success left a mark among loyal fans, but they never reached the larger stage. Their story remains one of promise and quick disappearance from the spotlight. Now, time for a band whose story carries its mix of energy and challenge. The Sons of Adam. The Sons of Adam formed in Los Angeles during the same era and soon caught attention with their blend of psychedelic and garage rock. Their music was experimental, mixing raw, gritty sounds with a hint of psychedelia. They created tracks that were both unusual and catchy, winning them a dedicated cult-like following. The band enjoyed a brief period of shining success, drawing crowds to their live shows with high energy and bold performances. Their recordings displayed a daring style that set them apart from many contemporaries. However, internal challenges began to emerge. Differences in creative ideas and personal disputes strained the group. These problems, along with the rapidly changing music scene, forced them to end their run sooner than expected. Their short career left fans wishing for more of that experimental sound. Even if you've got a spark, it still gets hard to survive in this volatile music world. Moving towards the story of the next band. The Prime Movers. The Prime Movers were a Detroit-based rock band in the mid-1960s. They mixed blues with rock to create a sound that felt both raw and full of energy. The band used heavy guitar riffs and deep bass lines to give their music a strong blues influence. Their style was experimental for the time, and they played with creative energy that caught the attention of local fans. They performed in small clubs and local venues around Detroit, earning a small but dedicated following. Despite their talent and innovative approach, they never broke into the national scene. Limited support from record labels and a crowded market kept their successes local. Their brief career lasted only a few years before they faded from public view. The prime movers left behind a handful of records that captured their distinctive sound. Their story is a glimpse of a band with great potential that was never given the chance to grow further. But a final band with a haunting aura awaits to redefine rock's raw spirit. Stay tuned as we are now getting closer to the revelation of this truly hidden gem.
Kathy, come home, can't you see that I need it? Kathy, come home, you must see it too.
The Twilights. The Twilights were an Australian band that emerged in the mid-1960s. They merged rock with pop to create a sound that was both catchy and fresh. Their songs featured strong melodies and tight rhythms that appealed to local audiences. The band performed on television and in clubs, earning moderate regional success. They experimented with innovative arrangements and clear vocals that set them apart from many of their peers. For a short time, the Twilights shone brightly in the local music scene. However, as music trends shifted in the late 1960s, their style was quickly eclipsed by new sounds. Changing tastes and stiff competition made it difficult for them to maintain their popularity. Their records became rare, and their live shows were remembered by those who were there. Time to see another band that added a unique note to the ever-changing world of rock music. The Missing Links. The Missing Links were a band from Australia that quickly made a name for themselves on the local scene. They built a reputation with raw energy and explosive live performances that captured the attention of audiences in their hometown. Their sound featured powerful guitar riffs, fast-paced drum beats, and wild vocals that left a strong impression. In a short time, they became a local phenomenon, drawing crowds to every show they played. Their rise was rapid, and they enjoyed a burst of popularity that seemed unstoppable, at least for the moment. However, internal disagreements and shifts in the music market soon took their toll. Creative differences among the band members and the increasing pressure of a changing industry made it hard to maintain their momentum. Without enough support from record companies and facing stiff competition from emerging acts, they faded away almost as quickly as they appeared. The passion and energy they brought to their performances remain in the memories of fans who witnessed their shows. Their brief yet intense career leaves us wondering what might have been. The Wild Knights. The Wild Knights hailed from Los Angeles and quickly caught attention with their rebellious single, Beaver Patrol. Their bold garage rock sound set them apart in a crowded music scene. With raw, energetic guitar lines and a grittier style, they captured the spirit of youthful defiance. Live shows by the Wild Knights were marked by a vibrant energy that left a lasting impression on the local audiences. In a short span, they built a memorable local following and became known for their uncompromising attitude. Yet, creative struggles and the pressure of shifting market trends soon affected their progress. The band found it difficult to evolve their sound as new styles emerged, and internal disagreements further weakened their unity. Their brief career ended before they could reach a wider audience, leaving only a handful of recordings that fans still cherish. The Wild Knights remain a symbol of a raw and untamed era in rock history. Their story leads us to the next band with its own intriguing journey. The Rising Sons. The Rising Sons were a unique band from the mid-1960s that featured future legends such as Taj Mahal and Ry Cooder. Hailing from Los Angeles, they combined blues and rock in a way that felt both experimental and fresh. Their sound was a mix of deep blues riffs and energetic rock beats. The band showed a pioneering spirit in an era of musical change. Their short run on the scene brought a burst of creativity that influenced later musicians. They recorded several tracks that captured their innovative approach and raw energy. Despite the talent on display, the band faced internal struggles. Creative conflicts between members led to tension and disagreement over the direction of their music. These issues quickly took their toll and prevented them from building a longer career. The Rising Suns enjoyed a brief period of success and showed signs of what might have been if they had stayed united. Their spark lit a small flame in the vast rock landscape of the 1960s. So finally, the wait is over. Are you ready for the revelation? The Other Half. The Other Half was a Boston-based psychedelic garage rock group that made its mark with a moody and innovative style. They offered a sound that was both experimental and heartfelt, using creative arrangements and unexpected twists in their tunes. Their music resonated with a small but devoted group of fans who appreciated their unique approach. Despite this cult following, The Other Half did not last long in the public eye. They played in local clubs and recorded a handful of tracks that still attract interest today. Internal issues and a changing market contributed to their short career. The group struggled to maintain a consistent direction as new styles emerged, and they were unable to secure strong support from record labels. Their brief journey left listeners with a memory of raw energy and creative potential. The story of The Other Half shows how even talented bands can vanish from view when challenges mount and the music scene shifts. Many talented groups shone brightly for a short time and then faded away. Their brief moments of success remind us that fame can be fleeting, even for passionate artists. We invite you to share your thoughts and any other lost musical gems you remember in the comments below.